Hey guys, you're watching because you want and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Functional Village. And the eagle-eyed, the sharp viewers out there might already notice something a little bit different. I'll give you a second. Can you see it? My hand looks a little different. And it's because I am Alex. I am not my normal skin. Now, this does happen sometimes. This happens when the actual sort of Minecraft or, I don't know, Mojang skin server goes down from time to time. Skins aren't stored locally on the computer that you're playing. It's stored like online and then like loads your skin through, I don't know, some sort of black magic. And when the servers go down, everybody ends up with either Steve or Alex. I don't know why I'm Alex and not Steve, but who cares? So we've got Alex's hand for this episode. It throws me off completely. Something is so wrong, it annoys me. Today we're going to be working on the brewing. Now I've got two separate ideas for the interior of this. I'm going to show you them both, and hopefully you'll like one of them. Now, we're going to be using this building for our brewing because of the back garden. We're going to utilize this back garden nicely. If you haven't seen this series already, we've done the blacksmith, keeping the same block palette of the cobblestone and wood, but just changing them up, adding some stairs in, making the building look a little bit more interesting, a little bit more detailed. Then we went and we done the enchantment room, which we made into, we changed the blocks to look like a little bit of a Tudor style with wool and the logs. I think that looks pretty cool. Today we're going to be using clay and quartz, and we're going to be trying to do a more of a suburban styled exterior to this house. The reason why I'm mixing them up is so you guys can choose what style you like. If you like keeping the vanilla blocks, then you can obviously just change up the cobblestone to stairs and use the sort of same qualities that we use for the blacksmith. If you like the Tudor design, then you can do the Tudor design on this building and on the blacksmith. And if you like the clay design that we do today, then you can obviously do that on all the other buildings in your village. I think obviously making them all match would look better than what I'm doing, which is doing a different design each episode. But like normal, we're going to start off with the roof. Now, the roof for this one, I am going to change away from wood, and I'm going to make it into stone bricks. I'm going to make a stone brick roof because I think it looks a little bit more suburban, a little bit more tiley-like. And like normal, what we're going to do is we're going to go one block wider than what it is by default. Now, this is going to take me a little while, so I'm going to cut it away because it's just replacing blocks. But once you've done this, I shall be back. So we've now changed the oak stairs into stone brick stairs, and at the moment it looks very grayscale, doesn't it, the building? I think it's because of the amount of cobblestone that's in the walls, and then we've got a grey ceiling, or a grey roof as well. It makes it like overwhelmingly dull at the moment, but don't worry, that will change in the next step. Don't forget to put the upside down stairs in like normal. Alright, so the next step is adding the clay to the walls. Now, with the clay, you have a few options. I recommend either white hardened clay or light grey hardened clay, but if you want, you can do any colour you like. In fact, I think it'd be pretty cool to do the same design on every single house in a village, but just change the clay colour to different. So you could have one white stained clay, you could have one red stained clay, a pink one, a green one, a yellow one, and make it like a rainbow village. That could look really cool. Today, though, I'm going to stick with a suburban look and stick with white stained clay. And this step is actually really simple. All we're going to do is change up every block in the exterior here to white stained clay. Okay. So we're going to change all of these, and you'll see just from this one wall how much of a difference it's actually going to make. That looks so much cleaner, newer, more modern. It's very nice. It's not finished, obviously, but you can already sort of tell where this sort of building is heading. I think it'd look pretty cool if there was, like, I don't know, mesa villages that were clay. I think that could be pretty cool. Like, I know, you know, these sort of grassland villages look like this. Desert villages use sandstone. It would be really cool if mesa villages used clay. Like different coloured clay. I don't know. I just think it'd be pretty interesting. I can't see it being that difficult to code. I'm no Minecraft coder, so I don't really know. But I don't know. I think it'd be pretty interesting. And then we'll do those three as well. Alright, so we already ended up with a more modern looking building. The next step is going to be grabbing some quartz. Now you can either, this is very opinionated, you can either use pillar quartz or chiseled quartz blocks. I'll show you what it looks like with both of them. The chiseled one looks like that on either side of the windows, or the pillared ones looks like this. I like the pillar ones personally, but it's really up to you how you want to do it. And we're going to keep the same sort of design as the original house by changing either side of any windows to the quartz instead of logs, basically. And the one half in the garden here. And boom! Alright, for the next step, we're going to be grabbing ourselves full quartz blocks. Normal quartz blocks here, or stairs could work. Stairs is a little bit more dodgy, but we're going to change the foundation now, the bottom block, to make it look like it's off the ground a little bit. I think I would probably prefer full blocks of white around here like this, but if you want, you can put stairs, as long as they're the correct way up and not upside down, and you could run those round. I think that looks pretty interesting as well. It looks a little bit, I don't know, more floaty, a little unbalanced in a way, but still has a very interesting look. Maybe even having a mix could work. I could have the stair here, but the stair, the entrance is there, and it looks a little bit weird unless I done something like that. I don't know, it looks a little bit weird on the front. And then we'll try it. We'll do it all the way around. I never thought of this. Obviously, I've built all of these buildings in another world, so I sort of know where I'm heading with each building. But, you know, that doesn't... I didn't try that, and that looks okay. Yeah, no, I'll go with that. So, that's the next step. We're now looking very modern. I actually really like just how clean this whole building looks straight away. Now, for the interior now, I'm going to class the sort of garden part as the interior once we get there. In fact, let's start off with that. Any blocks underneath the fence we're going to change to some sort of exterior block. I'm going to probably go with stone bricks or polished andesite or something like that as an exterior block. Like this. It just gets rid of the grass underneath it, which I don't think looks that good. Like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a little garden or a little path here. For that, I'm going to either use, it's up to you, I'm going to either use andesite or diorite. I'm going to choose diorite, not the polished one. And I'm going to do a 3x2 section like this. In these sections here, this sort of L shape, we're going to change to soul sand. And I'm pretty sure you can see where we're going with this. Because it's obviously a brewing building, you're going to need nether wart. So having your own sort of nether wart garden out this back of the brewing room is just going to look really nice. It's really handy and efficient as well. Obviously, it's not the biggest nether wart farm in the world. There's no automation with it or anything like that. But it's just something that's going to get you started. And I think the combination of diorite and the polished andesite really makes it look expensive and modern, suiting our design. Obviously, if you're not doing a clay and quartz design, you're doing more of a Tudor design on this building, I would go more with maybe dark oak logs and changing these to cobblestone walls maybe, or something like that. But for this design, I think this suits the best. That grew so quickly. Alright, for the doors, we're going to go with birch doors. They're the most modern looking doors. Oh yeah, and this stair as well. I might put a quartz stair there. I think that looks pretty cool. But yeah, birch doors, I think, look the most modern. I'll change the roof block as well once we start on the interior. We'll do the same on the block on the back here. Can you trample? No, you can't. I didn't know if like the nether wall would pop off or anything like that. Yeah, very nice, very modern looking doors. I really like them. So the interior, the first thing that we need to do is just get rid of anything that we're not going to use on the inside here. We can then change up these blocks, which aren't visible from the outside, to the clay on this side and on this side. And then we're going to change the ceiling. Can we see these blocks? Oh, you can't even see these. These are like wasted blocks as well. And change those and those. Slab. I'm going to get these smooth stone slabs, and I think it would look really cool actually to put the slabs either on here, so you can see just the top half of the stone bricks, on those two walls. It looks pretty cool. Or your other option, so it looks like that, very tall ceiling, but your other option is to do them on this level. That way you don't see the half slab or the half sort of section of the stone bricks, and it drops the roof down by an extra half block as well. I think I prefer that, but again, I'm trying to give as many options, leave as many options open for you guys. Now, interior. This is going to change depending on the door placement. We're going to have to move the door for option number B. But option number A, we can leave the door where it is by vanilla. We're going to take this window away. Replace this with the quartz. I think it looks actually better without a window there anyway. And this is where our brewing station is going to go. So, this option actually keeps everything of the brewing station visible to everybody, which some people are going to like and some people aren't going to like. You're going to place your brewing stand right here. We're going to need some hoppers. This is going to be somewhat automatic, sort of semi-automatic. You're going to place a hopper on the side going into it with a chest above it. And this chest is going to hold your bottles of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't like do any more than that. And as you can see, when I'm placing them in here, these are getting filtered out. They're going into the brewing stand and they're filling up the hopper. So you get quite a decent like backlog of water bottles. You shouldn't really need to refill this all that often, unless you're doing like a mass brewing, like I don't know, mass brewing for a wither fight or something like that. You might need more water bottles. But if you need more water bottles, you could always just make this into a double chest and move the whole thing over by another block, and obviously that'll make a lot more space for your water bottles here. And then if I take one out, it automatically refills with another bottle through the hopper in the chest. So a little bit of automation there. We can do some more automation with this by grabbing another hopper and sticking a hopper on top of the brewing stand. This is a little awkward to do because you've got a shift click, otherwise you end up accessing... there we go. Nope. Why? On top. Can I not click? There we go. So it goes down. That's really tricky to do. I might have been dumb there or something, but yeah, have a hopper going down into it. You can, if you need to, or if you've got the resources, put a hopper on top of this hopper and a hopper on top of that hopper. If you don't have that much iron, this middle one can be a chest. So if you want to save on some iron, what is it, 5 iron, you can put a chest there. It just makes it a little bit cheaper. Then what we're going to do is put 3 dispensers, or droppers, not dispensers, 3 droppers going into each one of these. So you want one dropper going into... this is what's a little bit tricky. Dropper going into this hopper. You want a dropper going into this chest. And a dropper going into this hopper. Okay. You're going to grab a button. And you're going to put a button on the middle hopper. On the middle dropper. Get my words all mixed up. Onto the middle one like this. And when I press this button, this actually activates all 3 of these droppers. So now you have to make sure that you order these correctly. The first thing that goes into a potion needs to be your nether wart. So you're going to put any nether wart that you have in this bottom hopper. And I don't know, you'd have them all stacked up like this. In the middle one, you have your ingredient. So, I don't know, glistening melon, for example. So you'd fill all of this hopper up with, this dropper up with glistening melon. And then the top one is an optional step. Obviously, it's your enhancement. Either redstone, glowstone, or gunpowder. Does glistening melon makes healing potions, right? So what do we need? I can make splash potion of healing with gunpowder. So we want gunpowder in the top one. Obviously, this is a completely optional step. You don't need to put anything in this top dropper if you don't want to. I know that there are more advanced brewing stations than this. You can make them so automatic. You know, I've done ones in my survival Let's Plays in Zonocraft where I've been able to flick levers to choose exactly what potion that I want. If I want it splash or not, if I want it extended or not, if I want it, I don't know, healing potion 2, splash healing potion 2 or 1. This is just a very simple setup to get you started. Obviously, we don't have the room in here to make an extremely advanced one, but it's something a little bit more interesting than just a brewing stand sitting on a table, I think you'll agree. It's great for beginners as well. So, we can now try this out. We can hit this button, and the nether wart gets shot into this hopper, and goes straight into... Oh, yeah, we need blaze powder. I forget about that. Blaze powder. There's no way to automatically put blaze powder in here. Not that I know of. I don't think that you can put it in through the back. Can you put it in through the back? Maybe you can. I don't know. I've never really looked into it too much. But yeah, blaze powder has to go in there. But this blaze powder lasts forever. So you don't really need to have some sort of backlog of blaze powder in here for sure. So yeah, the nether wart goes in first. Then the glistening melon goes in to make the potion. So basically, nether wart's gone to this hopper. The glistening melon has gone to this chest. The gunpowder has gone to this hopper. They've then all filtered through, and we're all waiting inside of this hopper in order, and the hopper will dispense from left to right. So once this is finished, there we go, I can hit the button and you'll see we have nether wart, glistening melon, and then gunpowder, which obviously went through into there because it was already in there. But yeah, and the gunpowder will sit there, so it keeps it in order, and then we'll pull it out in the correct order. Once this is done, book, it's there. You can take these out and it'll automatically really fill with water bottles and start on the next batch. Pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool design. But we do have a second option that sort of somewhat hides a lot of this stuff. I was interrupted. I apologize. I've removed the brewing stand now, the brewing station, because we're going to try option number 2, which some people are going to prefer because it's going to hide up the brewing station a little bit more, but some people aren't going to like as much because it somewhat wrecks the exterior look of the building. We have to remove this window, and we're going to have to move this door from where it is here to the other side of the building. And most likely remove that window as well. We'll really have to see. I might be able to squeeze a window in there afterwards. You know, this is really annoying me. Oops. I'm going to have to change this right now. Put that there. Put that there. That's the new entrance. Otherwise, it's going to bug me otherwise. And then we'll just change this up. Oh, Minecraft OCD, how I love you. Let's put some torches in here now that I've got rid of the windows. It's made it a lot darker. And this option, we keep the same design, but we basically just hide it behind a wall. And the reason why I didn't put the wall in when the brewing stand was here and the rest of the machine was on this wall is because it would take up so much room of the building. It would make it look too thin. By putting it on this wall, we end up with I don't know, a much more useful space at the very least. So, same design. You're going to need your hopper. Go in the side. Pink. You're going to need your chest. Do I have a chest in my inventory? No. You're going to need a chest to go on top where the water bottles are then stored. Like that. That filters through in the same way. You're then going to need a hopper on top. Oops. Nope. It's going to be a pain again. Oh, I got it. Again, you can use either three hoppers if you've got the iron to spare. But if you don't, this middle one can be a chest. And then you're going to need your droppers to go into each section, like so. Button. Same old stuff. So, we currently have exactly the same setup as we had before, but just on a different wall. By the way, for those of you wondering, no, I cannot, or you cannot simply automatically remove the potions out of the brewing station. Sure, you can put a chest here and a hopper here to make them drain out, but as you can see, why are they not filtering in? Hello? I don't know why they're not oh yeah, because they're just draining the... Huh? What? I don't know. Anyway, well, the water bottles are obviously just getting pulled out of the brewing stand before they're done. So that doesn't work. And if I put them back in here, they just instantly get pulled out again. Why isn't that coming? What is going on? And now it's gone. But why aren't these going into it? There's no... Huh? Why isn't that going in there? Is this a bug? Have I found a glitch? There's no reason whatsoever that I can think. There's no redstone, like locking the hopper. What if I replace the brewing stand? Oh, okay, now they go in. What a weird glitch. Must be a 1. I'm on 1.1.2 at the moment. Yeah, 1.11.2. That's a weird glitch. That shouldn't be happening. That really threw me off for a second there. I thought I'd done something terribly wrong. But basically, you can't have a hopper going into a chest because it'll pull the potions out before the potions are done. You can lock the hopper shut with some redstone, but then you have to flick a lever and it makes it more hassle. Yes, with a more advanced brewing system, you could certainly do something like that with hopper clocks and timers, or, I don't know, observer blocks to do some stuff, crazy stuff with that. But to hide this behind the wall, we can have something like this. Now, obviously, we need to keep this chest somewhat available to be seen. You can either leave the gap open and have it like this to be able to access the chest. Put a block there as well. Or you could, I don't know, put a stair of your choice to make the hole a little bit smaller but still accessible. I don't know, you can't really put a trapdoor because the trapdoor stick to these. Unless you can stick trapdoors on chests in this update. I don't know if you can. Oh, you can. Well, that looks okay. You know, and then you can open it up. It just hides it a little bit and you can access it and close it again. I didn't know you could do that. I'm learning so much stuff. It's crazy. Can I put it on brewing stands as well? I can. Well, you can do the same there. And up here. Oh, and then obviously we need to be able to keep these brewing stands visible, droppers visible, so we can actually see and refill them. So you can have something like this, or I don't know, slab, quartz slab would probably match the building style better in here. I would prefer something like that. I think would look better for me. But yeah, and then that sort of hides it up a little bit more. I don't know, there's a few ways that you could do it to hide it behind a wall, but if you're going to hide it behind a wall, I would recommend doing it on this wall instead of this wall, because as you can see, you end up with a lot more space available to you. You know, quartz stairs could work with this as well. It keeps raining. I keep clearing the weather, but it keeps raining. You're going to want, what would be the easiest way to access that brewing stand? Probably not the right way up, upside down. You know, that's not quite as easy either. Maybe that should be a slab, but then these ones be stairs. Yeah, now that looks quite cool. I think that's probably the best. You can still access this dropper, the middle one, and the top one. It'll still all work as normal. You can still fill yourself up with water bottles and easily access your brewing station. Oops. Easily access your brewing station in here. Alright, so what would I do with the rest of the interior now? I can't really fit... I could fit a window in here, I suppose, if I done it like... there, and then the glass in the middle. At least from the outside it would look decent. From the inside it gives you an extra window. Yeah, I'd go with that. That's... Wow, at these weird glitches in 1.11.2. Fix it, Dinnerbone. What are you doing? But for the rest of the interior here, it's just basically chests with what you would really want to keep in them. I'm going to grab both chests because I'm going to want to have things stacked together. And you're going to need a chest with nether wart in it. Your nether wart storage. Something like this. Ooh, boom. You could either double chest or single chest. I don't know how many you really need. I'm going to put a chest next to it. And this one would have glowstone, redstone, and gunpowder in it. Gunpowder, redstone, and glowstone. Like so. I would have another chest. I'll probably have a double chest here for the potions that I've brewed. So you're going to want, I don't know, some of the... Oops. What did I do? Some of these in here. Like so. And then you're going to want to have a double chest, or at least a single chest of empty bottles. Just glass bottles. Maybe some water bottles mixed in there as well. You could have, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 stacks of rows of normal bottles. And then some backup water bottles in there as well. So you can stick them in there. To fill up the water bottles, you could either go outside and use the village well. That would be quite immersive. But you could also just put a hole in the ground, have some a bucket of water and a trap door above it. They use a wooden trap door so you can access it by hand, or a iron trap door if you wanted to be a little bit cleverer, with a lever, not lava, a lever, and have something like that. Looks like a toilet, but you can then fill up water bottles infinitely from this. If you use a cauldron, it's limited to the amount of bottles that you can fill up, but a 1 block of source water, oops, will allow you to infinitely just fill up as many water bottles as you like. So yeah, if you use a cauldron, I'm pretty sure, does a cauldron still run out? I haven't actually checked. All of these bugs and changes that I've found out in this episode alone. Cauldron, water, yeah. So you get 3 uses out of a cauldron, or infinite uses out of just a source block of water. A little bit broken in a way, isn't it? But yeah, so you got your water there. For lighting, we're going to do the same lighting as we do every single episode on this series. We're going to put glowstone in the floor because I don't like torches on the inside. We're going to grab ourselves the same carpet as we usually do because it still fits in with a modern build. We're going to go with black there, and grey here. Fills up that space super nicely, and I think that's everything that you need. Oh yeah, you're going to need a chest, probably a little single chest, oops, single chest of blaze powder, aren't you, to fill up your brewing stand, to power your brewing stand. Anything else? Not that I can think of that you need out of brewing. You can farm it from outside, you store it straight in your chest, in your nether wart chest. You can refill these super easily, access everything, and it's somewhat automated. You don't have to put each ingredient in individually. You just set up what potion you want, hit the button, and away you go. Oh yeah, you're going to need your ingredients as well, aren't you? A chest for ingredients. Where would I want to put this? I suppose I could put all of the blaze powder in one of these. Probably in this one. You're not going to need that many water bottles, are you? I'll probably put those in there. And then in this chest, you're going to need your ingredients. Your, I don't know, golden carrots, your glistening melons. Where is it all? Is it all in here now? It must be. Fermented spider eyes, your magma cream, your glistening melons, your golden carrots, your lucky rabbit foot. Yeah, so your ingredients in there. And then if you want to change something round, you go rabbit feet. I want to make some leaping, potions of leaping in the bottom. Boom, nether wart in the top. Redstone. I don't know if it works with the rabbit foot. Click the button and boom, we're brewing. Nearly. We're brewing. I forgot to fill that up. I love it. I think it's such a cool little simple design with so much flexibility and creative ability that you can change to suit your design. But yeah, a nice simple modern exterior using clay, very clean looking, with a very customizable interior to suit your brewing needs. With a lot of storage. 3 rains in 1 episode. If you guys enjoyed it, then hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Oh no, I forgot as well last episode. Hold on. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. A fence, oak, sign. I forgot to do this. I done it on the blacksmith and I said we'd be doing it every episode. We want to put that on a block that joins up. I'm going to have to put oak to go here, sign, or thing, dark oak, enchantment, oops, spelling things wrong because I'm rushing, enchantment, and then on this one, stone brick, slabs will do, slab, on this side we can do it, and then have bing, bing, brewing. I think it looks so smart to have these on every building. No matter what style you're doing, I think it always looks cool to have these on the side. Brewing. And there we go. We've got some signs around the place. And of course, you could definitely do like signposts around the area. Like this. And then have a little arrow. Brewing. A little arrow. Enchantment. And then what way's the... I don't know what way the blacksmith is. I think it's the other way, isn't it? Blacksmith. That way. Was I right? Oh, blacksmith was that way. Anyway, you guys get it. Just having those around the village would look pretty cool as well. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.